Hello, National Water Grid Authority, I'm Xin Yichang. Access to safe drinking water is something most Australia really think about, but it raises an important question. When was the last time we actually questioned the safety of our tap water? For most people, the answer is almost never. But in the Northern Territory, more than 40 remote communities cannot really rely on this basic expectation as their water continues to fail national safety standards. To meet SDG 6.1 and the authority has an obligation to ensure equitable access. I'm calling on the National Water Grid Authority through the National Water Grid Fund to invest in long-term water infrastructure. First, repairing and upgrading unsafe systems in high-risk indigenous communities, and long-term water security through sustainable maintenance and community-led training. However, finance department prefer to keep the current subsidy model rather than invest in water infrastructure. Figure 1 shows small remote utilities already spend almost twice as much per person. So further upgrade looks like a high-risk investment. This makes subsidies seem more predictable and manageable. But this will focus on what the systems cost, not on what it delivers. When examining its performance, the gap becomes clear. Figure 2 shows that despite spend 260 to 290 million each year on subsidies, the number of non-complete communities remains unchanged. Subsidies keep systems running but no reduced risks. Because NT communities face harsher water quality challenges than the national average, maintain these systems without improvement carries real financial consequence. Figure 3 shows that NT's per person health expenditure is significantly higher. Applied to 30,493 people in NT's remote communities, this represents roughly 110 million in additional health system costs every year. This is why investment is essential. Figure 4 shows that when Canada invests in water infrastructure, it lifted 144 long-term advisors. This demonstrates that capital investment improves water safety, unlike NT's subsidies that only maintain systems. Together, these figures shows that the subsidies keeps risks in place, while investment reduce them. That's why I'm urging the National Water Grid Authority to prioritize long-term water infrastructure investments so that no Australia has to question the safety of their tap water again.